Hi and welcome to my first crafty tutorial. So this is a warning. I've not done a tutorial before. I already know it's not going to be great. It might be quite chaotic. Just go with it. If you've got questions, I will answer them in the comments. I'm kind of just winging this, which is generally what I do for most of my crafts. So hopefully I explain it well. If I don't, sorry in advance. But it's pretty... This rug that I'm making is pretty simple to do, it's just time consuming. The things you need are fabric. I got a duvet cover from the charity shop, just different colours, but I've gone for the whole rug to be like this, whereas you can mix and match, you can do different colours and whatnot. I've done one rug previous, which I'll put a quick video or picture in. You can do different fabrics. And you also need a sewing machine, but you only need basic sewing machine knowledge. Your sewing machine needs to do a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch. That's it. Okay, and then you do need some, it's called jellyroll fabric batting strip. Got it off Amazon. So I'm being a bit of a hypocrite. I'm trying to be more like environmentally conscious, but because I knew I wanted to do this as a tutorial, I thought it's just easier for me to get the strip already made. It's like felt, so if you want to not buy from Amazon, felt. What I did, I got my duvet cover, I've already done it, so sorry I can't show you how I've done it. And then I used the batting and cut strips from the duvet cover kind of just a bit over. So hopefully where the duvet cover is just a bit bigger than the batting. We'll put in the video now how much I used, how much of the batting and fabric length I used to make the size rug that I did. This is where it's winging it. I haven't planned, I knew I wanted a big rug. I kind of just cut a load of strips out. Maybe as a starter, do a small mat. We're just winging it here. So the next step, once you've got all your fabric strips cut, is we're going to sew it. Now, I'm going to demonstrate it soon, but I thought I'd do a quick show. What we need to do is we need to get the right side of the fabric. So that's the wrong side. The colourful side of both strips of fabric, and this is how we're going to attach them and make like a tape or the length. You put them together facing, so the right side's facing together, and we're going to sew from that corner to that corner. So that's how we're going to connect all the strips of fabric. I've cut the excess triangles off the fabric. I've made it into a wheel just to make it easier. And then the next step is we will be making the rug. So this is a great project to do if you want to sit and watch your favourite TV show. It does take a long time, but my thought process is someone's got to make it, so I might as well give it a go. So I've just been for an appointment, so that's why I look a bit different. I started sewing the strips of fabric and I forgot to record it. So, and I've just found my phone, I can't think of words, thing to hold it up, stand. Right, so this is it is easy, but I'm not very good with my words today, as I've just demonstrated. So I'm just going to turn the camera around, I think, and show you what I'm doing. So I'll show you what I've done. We're making like a tube out of the fabric strips and the batting strips. So those two bits turn into this. So this is me just showing you what I'm doing. So imagine, well, we're getting the two sides, we're folding them into the middle. If you've made bias tape before, it's that along those lines. Oh, I'm not very good at this. So along the middle, down the middle, and then we're folding it again. kind of like that, but obviously the batting's in it. And then we're sewing along the open edge. So what I'll do now, I will show you what I'm doing. Right, I've set it up. Hopefully my phone doesn't move. So what I have started to do, you get your batting. Yeah, we can see. So you get your 2 bits of fabric, line them up. So you get your fabric, kind of fold it into the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Fold it in half again. Kind of neaten that bit up. My life. And then I've kind of been using the safety pin, you can't really see it that much, just to keep it in place. And then we are going to just sew it. Straight stitch, any length, whatever you want to do. It's the next day and I've finished the batting and fabric thing that we were doing, and I've rolled it into a ball. So this was a whole roll of batting. I'm intrigued to see how big this rug is going to be. So yeah, let's just crack on with it. So I am going to turn the camera to face the sewing part because you don't need to see me. And it's probably more use if you see what I'm doing. So one thing before I carry on, you do need to be careful on the corners, and I will show you what I mean. It's better for it to be loose than tight because it will form like a bowl shape. You want it to be flat. So I did that last time. Unfortunately, it wasn't as thick as this, so it did flatten out. But yes, so just going around the corners, just give it a bit of extra fabric to sew onto. And great, so I've got the sewing machine switched on, I have zigzag stitch on, and I have the stitch length the longest just because it's going to be a big rug and it's going to take me a long time. I've taken my strip, I'm going to fold it. I want it quite circular, so I've done it as that much of a middle part. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be starting at this end here. We're going to be starting here, and we're going to be zigzagging all the way down and then going round. Each stitched side will be stitched to a non-stitched side. Oh, let's just do it. Okay. So it is a good idea to check that the needle is going to go from left to right and catch both bits of the fabric. Right, so this tab at the end here, I'm just going to, so this is where I'm going to fold, I folded it in half, folded it over, and then I'm going to fold it back on itself. I want to cover that end, not make it too tight, that looks good. And then, oh, let's see if that'll go over, nice and slow. There we go. Is the final rug in its forever place. So as you can see, it's a bit frilly on the edges, but it's going to get squashed as people walk on it. I could iron it, but I can't be bothered. I may add a frill on the outside, like these edges, eventually. But at the minute, I'm just happy as it is. It looks nice. It goes with the pink theme in our hallway. It was fun to make. Let me know if you have a go.